Hello. Here's just another update for everybody. As you can see, I shaved all my hair off in case you missed that on Facebook. um, I don't regret it. It wasn't that big of a deal for me. A lot of people that I've read about online say that they regret shaving all their hair off because it never really all fell out. But and there's a chance that all my hair might not fall out. It might just, thin out a whole lot. But either way, it doesn't really matter to me. And when she did it, I didn't even look at it. They had turned me away from the mirror, and I didn't end up looking at it until I got home because I wore the wig out of the shop. It was kind of like a thing that I saved for me and Chris. And we were in the bathroom and he took my wig off, and I kind of just like peeked around the mirror and then just laughed at myself because it wasn't that bad. um, I don't have a problem with it at all. I don't wear my wig out because it's so itchy, and my hair is pokey because it's so short. It's like, anyway, I didn't. It's weird. The day after he got it shaved off, we went to the grocery store to get some things, or maybe 2 days after, to get the certain things that I like to eat after chemo, like watermelon and stuff like that. And it's not like I was specifically looking for people who were staring at me, but like when you're looking around and you just happen to make eye contact with somebody, every single person that I looked at was staring at me, and Chris noticed it too. And it seems a little silly that it's, 2014 and people can't or aren't used to seeing bald people, whether it's because they have cancer or they choose it as a fashion statement or preference or whatever. I really feel it's something that that everybody should do in their lifetime, just for whatever reason. Maybe so it'll become more normal, or just whatever. And it's not, I don't feel ashamed when I go out. I don't feel like I look weird. I don't feel upset about it. I don't know. I just feel indifferent. It's cold as shit. I'll tell you that. Even if it's 70 degrees outside, as soon as that wind starts blowing, it's really cold. But I haven't worn any hats out. I haven't worn my wig. I've only worn it once, and that was on Super Bowl Sunday. But anyway, I had chemo on Thursday, the last Thursday, which was the 6th. Things went very well. Besides it being packed like a sardine can in there, Chris wasn't able to sit with me at first because the person next to me brought two people, and the lady was like, even though I had asked, because Chris was in a separate bay with a little communal table, and I said, if anything opens up over there, if it's not too much trouble, can I move? Because everything's on little roly poles, so you could just roll on over there. She's like, oh yeah, but I think she totally forgot. And then another nurse asked why I didn't come with anybody, and I said, I did. My husband, he's over there. And she realized that the person next to me had two people, and made one of them leave, go sit in the other area, which I felt bad about, but they had two people. He was sleeping in the chair, so it's, Chris finally got to come sit with me about half an hour in. But everything went good. Of course, I feel really tired, achy, basically like everybody says, like you're just getting over the flu. As of right now, as you can see, I'm out of breath just kind of talking. My stamina, even though it's several days later, just goes to zero. It's hard for me to walk up the stairs. I really take my time, because if I walk up all the stairs in one go, by the time I get to the top, I'm severely out of breath, and you start getting that dark look over your eyes, where it kind of starts to go black, but not really. So I just take my time in what I do, doing nothing but washing my hands and, barely gone out, but I did go out today. We went out to lunch and ran a few errands for myself, which was nice. Kristen didn't go with me. I drove myself. I didn't have the vision problems that I had last time, even though it's still, I guess maybe I got more steroids last time because of the allergic reaction. My mouth did start hurting, but it was on the third and fourth day. Last time it started on day 2 and went through day 5. As of right now, it just feels like I've been sucking on sour candy all day. So like, I don't know, but it's doesn't pose any problems with me eating or drinking anymore. Day 3 and yesterday and the day before were kind of hard. It felt like I had, those little bumps all over your tongue that make it really sore. But anyway, and the only other reason I've felt like crap is because of the damn regularity medicine that they've had me take, over-the-counter stuff. They're like, oh no, it's great, take it every day. Nope. I realized it was too much and decided I was going to take it every other day. And so I skipped a day and then took it on Sunday, and I couldn't move all day long. My stomach hurt so bad, and then by the time it actually worked, it was no good. So it was basically the magnesium citrate situation all over again. But anyway, another lesson is always ask questions. If you think something isn't right, make sure you ask questions. As much as this process is streamlined, especially at a cancer hospital, if something doesn't feel right, or even if you think you're being annoying, just ask anyway. It was discussed when I first went in for chemo last Thursday that if my white blood cell count didn't go up on its own, that they would try the series of shots. It's 3 shots over 3 days. It's called, I can't remember what it's called, but it grows white blood cells, and it's very dangerous to give somebody who's on my particular form of chemotherapy, ABVD, because one of the drugs, I think the bleomycin, has a very high risk of lung problems, and when combined with those shots, the risk is tenfold. So he didn't want to do those shots unless it was absolutely necessary. So he said, if your white blood count isn't up by this Thursday, which was, the Thursday that just passed, then we might do the shots. And when after chemo was over, they schedule you for your next chemo, which is 2 sessions, Thursday, and then 14 days later, another session. And I looked at my calendar, and they had scheduled Friday, Saturday, and Sunday shots. And I said, this was not discussed in my meeting with Dr. Lyons today. I know it was discussed last Thursday if things hadn't gone right, but I said none of this was mentioned today, and I don't think this is right. And she was pretty certain that it was right because it was in the notes, and I said, I would really like you to check on this because I don't think that's right. For one, I didn't want to have to drive 40 miles round trip 3 days in a row after, 4 days in a row, chemo Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But sure enough, she went and asked, and it was not correct, which is really good thing that I made them check. So always ask questions, even if you know the answer. That's what they're there for. It's just a lesson to learn. It'll make things easier for you in the long run. Because my white blood cells took so long to recover, he's having me go in for halfway in between blood test instead of waiting until the next chemo round to see how well I'm recovering or not. I don't know what will happen after that because I don't know what the normal rebound time is, but and also one of the nights before chemo, I started having pain in my chest on my left side. I was cleaning earlier in the morning and I felt this really sharp pain, and the first thing I thought was like, oh my God, my catheter came out of my vein, I'm gonna die. But it went away after about a minute and a half, and then later on in the night I was sitting here on the couch, and I was just talking to Chris, and then all of a sudden the pain happened again. And then as soon as it went away, I just had this nagging cough for like good 3 minutes that just would not go away. And I didn't have a stuffy nose. I didn't eat or drink anything, so I wasn't like choking on anything or tickling or whatever, but it just like couldn't stop coughing. And apparently, that was mentioned to me before I started chemo. If you have one of these coughs that just don't go away, make sure you mention it, because apparently the catheter can migrate, because they took an x-ray of it. He sent me for an x-ray since I had reported this problem. Here, my port's right here, and the tube comes straight up and arcs straight down into my heart down here, like the vein or whatever right there, artery. And it can migrate, like move up and down, and it can actually like touch your heart or do something, and that's why you get the tickle in your throat. So I still haven't heard anything back about that. That was done on Thursday afternoon, and I called the hospital today to see what the results were, and the hospital that took the x-ray never sent the x-rays over to the CCCST, so I don't know, and they're gonna call me tomorrow. But I'm going on 12 minutes here, so I'm gonna wrap this up. I don't know if I'll do another video update or if I'll just post online or send emails out about what the results of the blood test are on Thursday. And yeah, so if I don't post anything, I hope everybody has a great Valentine's Day. We don't plan on doing much. It's hard for me to go out, especially since everybody's sick and allergies are rampant right now. So I doubt we'll do anything. It'll be a very quiet day around here, which I'm fine with. Anyway, yeah, have a great night. Bye.